Dramatization.
After a car wreck, you may have to fight with a highly trained insurance company rep whose job is to knock your damaged claim down and out. It's a bad idea to enter the ring alone against a trained boxer, and it could be a bad idea to fight against a big insurance company by yourself. When the bell rings, attorney Dennis Sperling will be there to fight for your rights. If you've been seriously injured in a car wreck, call me, attorney Dennis Sperling, at 866-529-2444. That's 866-529-2444.
Dramatization.
Bad drivers cause car wrecks. Not paying attention to the road, operating electronic devices, and drinking while driving can lead to serious injuries. If you've been the victim of a bad driver, a trial lawyer may be able to help you recover money to pay your medical bills, reimburse you for lost wages, and compensate you for the pain caused by your injuries. If you, your friends, or family have been injured in a car wreck, contact me, attorney Dennis Sperling, toll free, 866-529-2444. I'm here to help.
Hi, my name is Dennis Sperling. I'm not a lawyer, but my daddy is.
Yeah, if you've been hurt in a car accident, call my daddy.
No need to scream and yell like a little kid.
Yeah, no, yeah.
My daddy will fight for your rights.
Yeah, fight for your rights.
If you've been involved in a car accident, call my daddy, attorney Dennis Sperling.
Hello, I'm attorney Dennis Sperling. If you've been injured in a car wreck, call me at 713-229-0770.
Call my daddy.
Hi, my name is Stephanie, and these are my two adorable and handsome sons. And that is my ex-husband, attorney Dennis Sperling. He practices personal injury law and will be more than happy to help you with claims arising from automobile accidents. He doesn't get paid unless you get paid. And as we first wives know, the more our ex-husbands get paid, the more we get paid. So let me help him help you. Call Mr. Sperling at 713-229-0770.
Call my daddy.
The boys and I are getting ready simps running around here running amok, all these son husbands, it ain't just these single mothers' faults. Happy wife? No. Happy life. Y'all heard that before. That's the most simplest thing you can hear said.
Yeah. Welcome to Simp University. That's right. We got an all-star lineup. Yeah. We got Dr. Simp Jackson on the drums. Or Johnson. Yeah. We got Dr. Boogity Boyce Watkins on the tambourines. We got Derek, the Janky Jack Jackson, singing back up. And this is the Simp Academy, baby. Shake it for a simp, shake it for a simp. Shake it for a simp, shake it for a simp. She just want that money anyway. She just want it. He don't give a fuck, he gon' pay. So he gon' pay it, baby. Shake it for a simp, shake it for a simp. Shake it for a simp, shake it for a simp. She just want that money anyway. He don't care, he don't give a fuck, he gon' pay. That's it. Shake it for a simp, shake it for a simp. Work the Pimp C, I walk with a limp. This is for the donation niggas who got food. Been a decade running and still no school and no class. You keep asking for more cash. Academy growing, pucker up and kiss ass. These doctor, imposter, homie, you check the roster. Black women panda, sounds like you a scammer. Yeah. We lace them up like them Chuck tennis. We don't love these hoes, they screaming fuck Dennis. We holding court, ain't no love in it. Rather be the judge in it. Justice from you fuck niggas. Check game. Your mama gave you niggas all a simp chip. Now you simping A1 game, all on this simp shit. High degree having nigga talking this trick shit. What you gonna be teaching at that school, nigga? Pimp shit? This is for the simps at the academies. Listen to your mama pray. Fuck what your daddy say. Yeah. Nigga, you a simp. Nigga, you a simp. Yeah. This is for the simps at the academies. Listen to your mama pray. Fuck what your daddy say. Yeah. Nigga, you a simp. Yeah. My nigga, you a simp, yeah. Shake it for a simp, shake it for a simp. Shake it for a simp, shake it for a simp. She just want that money anyway. She just want it. He don't give a fuck, he gon' pay. He gon' pay it, baby. Shake it for a simp, shake it for a simp. Shake it for a simp, shake it for a simp. She just want that money anyway. She don't care. He don't give a fuck, he gon' pay. You niggas is soft as Wonder Bread, baby. You worse than King Kong trying to save mayonnaise minute. Sippin' is like Kool-Aid, and you niggas add extra sugar. Cause you sippin' niggas never had that booger. How can a rotten bitch raise a forgotten trick that turned into a switch hitter? You more concerned with alphabets and crayon colors. I'm not that nigga, and I'm definitely not that brother. So when the kingdom falls, and the she-heathen no longer pick up your call, and will we leave you simps swinging from these salty balls? Best believe I got my attorney named Dennis Sperling on speed dial, and in the meanwhile, while simping ain't in my pimping, do not shake shit for me, baby. But you can shake it for a simp, shake it for a simp, shake it for him, shake it for a simp, shake it for a simp, shake it. She just want that money anyway. She just want that money. He don't give a fuck, he gon' pay. He gon' pay it, baby. Now shake it for a simp, shake it for a simp, shake it. Shake it for a simp, shake it for a simp, shake it. She just want that money anyway. She just want the brain. He don't give a fuck, he gon' pay. Yeah.
What's up? Welcome to the broadcast. Big shout out to everybody who is out there chilling in YouTube land, man. Represent your city. We ain't did that in a while, huh? Represent your town, man. Where you from, man? Check in where you checking in from. Shout out to Big Bass Life Music. Thank you so much, brother, for these hits after hits. Man, I'm gonna have to get that brother to do a couple of more of these, man. I'm gonna have to get that's gonna be I'm gonna get him to get some more songs to the end of the year, man, and send it to me. I enjoy those, that talented young man's music so much, man. Big shout out to him. Big shout out to me, the Blizzard King, for being the first person to contribute to the super chat over there on the Blizzard King channel. Big shout out to me for that. Let's see who else we got here. The Cash App is here. I'd like to make sure y'all are reminded to contribute to the Cash App also, because that goes directly to me as opposed to me having to give a cut to Google/YouTube. They take a 30% cut of everything I make. So my preference is, well, give however you want to give if you feel as though I've done my job. If you've learned something, if you feel as though I've done good work here at the point, where we get to wrapping up this initial diatribe, if you learn something, and just pay me for my time. That's all I ask. But in the meantime, I want to give a big shout out to my man Yoga. Big shout out to Boris Betacuda, the contractor, TJ Patterson. We got all my guys up in here. The Quiet Storm. Who else? Sleepy Montana. Let's see. I think JJ Diesel, my Broken Blade. My guys have been here for years, man. Shout out to all those guys, man. Big shout out to who else we got up in there? Oh, the Quiet Storm. Thank you so much. He said support Black Male Media. Thank you so much, brother. I appreciate you for that. So, as you guys know, my name is Dennis Sperling. I'm an attorney, also known as Uncle D. I'm also known as the Blizzard King. And the reason that they call me the Blizzard King is because after our good brother Kevin Samuel passed away, going on almost 2 years now, isn't that something, how time flies? He predicted the winter was coming. And after he left, and the things that he knew that black men were developing a different sort of mentality. He knew that there wasn't nothing coming but a cold freeze for these lovely ladies. He said it was going to be winter. And so what I represent, fellas, is that cold shoulder. Somebody type cold shoulder in the chat room. Somebody type cold shoulder in the chat room. That's what I want you to do. Somebody type cold shoulder in the chat room, man. And big shout out to all the members. We got folks joining the Blizzard King channel as members, man. You can be a member over there. Go ahead and join up. But big shout out to my man, the Quiet Storm. Thank you for being the first person to contribute to the Cash App. That's what's up, man. And shout out to Jackson Doss too. But back to what I was saying. So what you see now is this cold shoulder that black men have turned. You see, we no longer the nice, friendly guys that are willing to just sit down and take everything, just shut up and take it. That's not who we are. Now, the generation of men that came before us, they were willing to do that. And this sort of behavior, and when I say behavior, I'm talking about black men with backbone. Somebody say that in the chat room. Black men with backbone. Black men with backbone is something new that the gynocracy is not used to dealing with. Somebody type that in the chat room. Black men with backbone. What are we doing? We're telling these ladies exactly how we feel. We're not holding back. We don't really care about their feelings. Matter of fact, some of you will call us mean. They mistake what? Hatred for us just being mean. Mean is when you don't take these folks' feelings into consideration. And they're not used to that. They're used to black men putting their feelings first. And you got a whole lot of simps out there that they're still stuck in the 80s. Where the Queen Mother Goddess simp chip has them doing all kind of stuff, taking care of other men's children, paying money for women that don't respect them, putting them in houses. These are the sort of things that they become accustomed to, but the brothers these days are not doing that. Steve Harvey is one of those men from that previous generation. Somebody type Steve Harvey in the chat room. All right. Steve Harvey is one of those men. Okay. He's a simp. And I know he's rich. He's a talented man. but he's a simp nonetheless. And most of you brothers just don't agree with anything he has to say about relationships, especially looking at his current situation, which is what we're going to deal with tonight. Now, before I get to that, as I said earlier, the PayPal and the Cash App are available. Number one, the Cash App is right here. At the point where I'm finished wrapping up this initial diatribe, I'm going to ask you a question, and the question is going to be, have you learned something? Have you picked up something? Have I taught you something? Have I made you see something or caused for you to see something in a different light, in a different way? If so, pay me for my time. That's all I'm saying. I'm not begging. I'm just asking you to pay me for my time. The super chat is working over on the Blizzard King channel. I like to be able to use this channel right here, which is my main channel, to do what? To try to get all the money instead of having to split it with YouTube. So I like to keep it like that. The other thing is, and if you want to join the Blizzard King channel, because it's a simulcast, we're doing the same thing over here that we're doing over there, except they see a lot more stuff. For you guys who haven't joined the Blizzard King channel, they got broadcasts going on in the middle of the day over there. So if you're interested, go ahead and check that out. But if you want to click on this channel, it's at the top of the chat. Just click on the channel and join over there. Make sure you join, become a member. The other thing is, if you'd like to do a one-on-one consultation with me, some of y'all need a pep talk. We all need a pep talk, you know? And the thing is, I'm at the position now, I'm not your competition. I want to see you win. Somebody type black men winning in the chat room. Somebody type black men winning in the chat room. Somebody type black men winning in the chat room. That's what I'm all about. I'm about black men winning. I'm about black men being strong, healthy, God-fearing, law-abiding citizens. That's what I'm about. Big shout out to my man, Michael F. That's what I'm about. I want you to have good jobs. I want you to have healthy lives. Let me tell you something else. So, you know, you guys will see I'm losing weight. Now, I'm not losing as much weight as I should be, but I went and had a physical. I have a physical every year. I go see the doctor every 3 months. Everything looking good. I got a little cholesterol issue, just a little bit, not too much. Kidneys all right. The main stuff, I'm a little dehydrated. Some of you guys who don't know, Texas is hot and it's just hard to keep water in you. But for the most part, I'm doing pretty good. Just got my blue belt in jiu-jitsu. I'm rolling every day. I've been where a lot of you guys are. 6, 7 years ago. Is this it? You got the money, you got the kids, you got the women. Is this it? And you have to, at some point as a man, realize, hey, what is it that I'm supposed to do as a man? What is my destiny as a man? What is it that God wants me to do? Because if you just follow what man says you're supposed to do, at some point you're going to do everything that man says you're supposed to do, and you're going to be disappointed at where you arrive. And I had gotten to that point. And so what I had to do is I had to reassess. Now, what I'm on right now is I'm on my health. Somebody type on my health in the chat room. Remember they used to tell you hustlers don't sleep? Remember that? Somebody say hustlers don't sleep. They work 24/7. That's what my good friend Kevin Samuels did. And that hypertension caught up with him. And we love him. God bless him, but my good brother should have left them Red Bulls alone, got more sleep, and said F the money. This is why y'all see Uncle D disappear sometimes. Sometimes I'll be gone for a week. Maybe I work 4 days. That's why I'm trying to do the Cash App thing instead of the Super Chat thing, even though I take both of them because it means I get to work less time and get the same amount of money. Nevertheless, I'm on my health. Went to a place today downtown Houston. They put basically it's like an MRI scan. They gave me my body fat content, muscle density. Apparently, I have very dense bones, and that comes from lifting weights since I was 12 years old, and which is why I'm so as strong as I am. You know, still able to bench 426 pounds, more or less at my age. That's pretty damn good, and able to really do well in jiu-jitsu because I started off early. Nevertheless, if you'd like to do a one-on-one consultation, because we all need that pep talk, man. We all need to be realigned. Go ahead and hit me up at sperlingdennis@gmail.com. The other thing is I got books for sale. You see what I mean? That's the other thing I got. So y'all make sure y'all hit me up at sperlingdennis@gmail.com. The other thing is, man, co-parenting with the Sperling. This is going to be a very special episode. I'm going to run this commercial again because I want y'all to see it. I take my sons to the Dominican Republic, took the whole camera crew to the Dominican Republic. Y'all check this commercial out, man. It's a lot in it. Please watch it tomorrow. All right. If you ain't watched it, please watch it tomorrow. Yeah, man. Look, I paid for that show myself. This is going to be, man, we only got 5 episodes left. We've been doing this. This is 16 episodes. We only got 5 episodes left, man. You got to catch up, man. This is Black entertainment. This is what Black entertainment should be. Me, your Uncle D. I did this to make us look good. That's what that TV show is about. It makes Black men look good. It makes Black women look good. Y'all make sure y'all check it out. I'm not getting a whole lot of love from a lot of these main YouTube personalities, but as you guys can tell, I'm a lot different from them. I just move different. I'm just different. I got a day job. Never, and my sole purpose being here is not to make money, even though I want you to pay me for my time. My purpose is to what? For you guys who don't know, what do? I'm an advocate for who? I'm an advocate for Black men, period. And in that regard, I'm an advocate for who? Advocate for all Black folks. Why? Because in order to have a Black family, you got to have, it starts with the Black man, period. If you don't have a Black man, you don't have a defense. The men are the fence. We're the structure. We're the fence around the property. If you don't have a fence around a property or a barrier, guess what? It's just wild. You understand? So you have to invest in your boys. You have to invest in your men if you want to have a people, period. That's it. Because the women need protection before they come. The women need a place. And that's why anybody with any level of intelligence will tell you a strong society invests in their boys and their men. That is the primary focus, because that is what? That's the defense. If life is a battle, if life is a battle of life and death, if it's a struggle, then you need the people who can help you prolong your life. And that's the men, period. You sacrifice your men for your men will sacrifice for you. That's just how it works. So y'all make sure y'all check out Co-Parenting with the Sperlings tomorrow. That said, it's a good show for all people, man. No matter whatever ethnicity you are, whatever color you are, it's powerful. It puts you in a real life situation. Because, man, we all dealing with this co-parenting. 83% of Black folks, children are born out of wedlock. So whether you a co-parent or not, you still a co-parent. It's something we're going to be having to deal with. Nobody has a blueprint. My ex-wife and I, we don't lay out a blueprint. You see our shortcomings. You see the good and the bad. It is what it is. But we handle it with integrity. We handle it with love. We handle it with respect, even if we don't like each other. But one thing I will say, man, big shout out to the Crimson Cure, man, because every week she goes and she digests the broadcast. And big shout out to her. Somebody type Crimson Cure in the chat room, man. Thank you so much, sister, for your consistency. Thank you so much for helping me promote this very positive show that makes Black people look good. Thank you so much. I appreciate you for that. Nevertheless, let's go ahead and get this thing cracking. Who are we talking about today? What's going on? What's happening? Well, recently, the good man, the person that you all, the King Simp, right? Somebody typed the King Simp in the chat room, and I got a couple of simps that I address on this page. And the reason I do that is because they're professionals. And I don't want you guys to ever think that just because a person has a degree, I don't want you to ever think that just because a person has a few nickels to rub together, that they are not simps. Because some of the biggest simps are some of the richest men in the world, some of the most successful men in the world, right? That's what I've noticed. I want you to read off a list of the richest men in the world. Read off a list of the best looking men in the world, most famous men in the world. And what you'll find is all of them are divorced. Think about that, huh? Being a multimillionaire, your chance of getting a good woman, damn near impossible. The reason being is because you're prone to lead with your wallet. Now, let me explain that. There's nothing wrong with doing nice things for a woman who's committed to you. There's nothing wrong with that. I'm talking about leading with your wallet. Why? Your lifestyle is not the normal lifestyle. Your lifestyle is one where you used to take in private jets. I'm talking about these super rich guys. You used to eating 5-star meals. You used to riding around in flashy European cars. You take first class because that's what you do. Some woman who's not used to that is going to look at that lifestyle like a come up. And see, when women are looking for rich men, they're not looking with their heart. You see? They're not looking for a man using their heart. They basically, they throw the virtues out the window. They'll sleep with a dude that they don't like. They'll sleep with a dude that's overweight, a dude that they're not attracted to. Because they're in it because you're rich, because you make their life easier. And so when you're leading with your wallet, you're telegraphing to these women, hey, look, you know, I got money, I'll spend it on you. You got beauty, I got money. Let's get together. Sounds good until you enter into a situation when you realize, or the women realize, well, I can have his money and I don't need him. Divorce laws, you see? Now, in my songs, and if you check out my last album, Don Juan Carlos El Patron, I talk about, if you listen to my music, I talk about a lot of the issues that we're dealing with right now, because I've been there, done that. This is 10, 12 years old for me, okay? But I have a quote and it says, love ends where it starts. Love ends where it starts. What that means is the way you get a woman, that's the way she gonna leave you. If you start off leading with your wallet, when she no longer needs you for your wallet, in other words, she can get your money in divorce court, that's where the relationship ends. If you get a woman by capturing her heart, and then you break her heart, that's when the relationship ends. But I want you fellas to understand something. If these rich men are having this problem, right? These rich men, a regular working class husband, you don't make enough money to keep these women happy, period. It's never enough money, fellas. Trying to satisfy a woman with money, there's never enough. You could give all the worldly things to your wife, and it still wouldn't be enough. Steve Harvey, and let me remind you, this man is worth $400 million, and it's not enough. He's popular and known around the world. It's not enough. That's what you need to understand. And so what does that tell you? What it tells you is you need not be trying to make a woman happy. That need not be your destiny in a relationship. That need not be your life destiny. I hope y'all are hearing me, because I'm going off script and I'm talking to you brothers like you're my own sons, like you're my own little brothers. You need to please God, not woman. You need to figure out what it is the Most High wants you to do. Not spend your life trying to please a woman. Allah. And for you guys, I know my Christian brothers are about to get upset with me, but look at the language that Jesus spoke. Google it right now. And in that language, I want you to ask yourself, or type in, Google it, what language did Jesus speak, and what was that word for God in that language? And it's gonna sound something like Allah. But there's a chapter in the Holy Quran entitled The Woman. And in that chapter, it says you will never be able to make them happy, but treat them well, respect and be kind to them, okay? But happy, you will never achieve this. There's a hadith that says women are like a bent rib. You know how a rib bends, a rib bone?
If you try to put it straight, it's going to break. So you basically should just leave them be with their shortcomings. Keep that in mind. In my books, I talk about respect is more important than love. Listen to me, brothers. Respect is more important than love. If your woman doesn't respect you, guess what's going to happen? She's not going to want to be with you. At least as far as men are concerned, respect is more important than love. And I'm going to go look at your Christian Bible. What does the Bible order man to do? Love your wife. What does it order the Bible, the woman to do? Respect your husband. Because you need respect and they need love. Keep that in mind. Now, if a woman is with a man that she can't respect, how do you think that relationship is going to end up? Are y'all listening to me? Steve Harvey is a comedian by trade. He is goofy. He is comical. In the eyes of his woman and any other woman, he's not going to get respect. He doesn't turn her on. He's not like one of those drug dealers or killers that she used to be with that turn her on. Listen to me. Are you listening to me? See, this is I don't give relationship advice. I give real advice. I give people advice. She doesn't respect him. She doesn't matter how popular he is, how much money he makes, how many other women want to be with him. She doesn't respect him. Steve Harvey's worked 4 or 5 jobs across the planet, amassed $400 million, and gives her a lifestyle. This man publicly told the auditorium of people that he would kill everybody in there for this woman. Who is his God? He told an audience full of people, I proclaim my love for this woman and I will kill everybody in here for her. Who is his God? He treating her like she's a goddess, and it still wasn't enough for her to what? Not step out on him. That's because it's never enough. If a woman doesn't respect you, fellas, more likely than not, she's going to cheat on you. I want y'all to listen to this. If this woman doesn't respect you, more than likely than not, she's going to cheat on you. And she's going to try to strip you of everything you worked for because she's going to want to get away. But she's going to want to be compensated for her time. When you lay down with a woman, y'all on the same level. Y'all equal. I've learned that in my practice of jiu-jitsu, everybody's the same height on the ground. Now let me give you an analogy you can understand. When you think of President Clinton, you think of Monica Lewinsky. You know, blue dress, blowjob. And the reason you think of her because he laid down with that woman. And when a man lays down with a woman, she's equal, at least in the eyes of society and the eyes of this world. I know it seems unfair, but that's the way your judicial system is set up. This man picked up a baby mama with 2 or 3 other kids and damn near a criminal past. But when they get a divorce, she gonna walk away with $200 million. Because in the eyes of society, they're equal. But see, that's his fault. That's his fault for digging in the trash heap for a woman. It's never enough. Somebody type, it's never enough in the chat room. It's never enough if they don't respect you, brothers. Imagine a wife who can get $200 million by leaving her husband. Think about that. This woman now has the power to walk away from you. Can you imagine how intolerable she is, even if she does cheat? Now, see, if he had kept her as a girlfriend and she couldn't get any money, she'll be treating him like a king. Because she knows he can easily replace her at any time and there's nothing she can get out of it. Instead, what did he do? He gave her the power and didn't sign a prenup. Somebody typed prenup in the chat. Somebody typed prenup is a must in the chat room. Uncle D getting a prenup. He gave her all the power to walk away from him. He gave her he gave her a $200 million incentive to walk away from him. Now, she's not evil. No, she's not evil. He's a simp, and he enabled this behavior. So you can't light a fuse and then get mad at the dynamite for exploding. Nevertheless, we're going to take a quick break. We'll be right back. Y'all make sure y'all do what you do. Subscribe to all the channels that you're on. Boom. Be right back.
Oh, if she got her nipples pierced, got ass from here to here, then you know that she's a hoe. If she's on Instagram, her bio is an OnlyFans, she's out there selling that thing. See, I know you gon' trip finding out that your chick in Vegas drunk on the strip with no panties on. I know that you gon' say that your chick ain't that way. Miami, DR, Dubai, but you didn't go. Nigga, she's a hoe, hoe, hoe. And I think it's time, you know. Nigga, she's a hoe, hoe, hoe. And I think it's time, you know.
Shout out to my man, Watson Quan. Big shout out to you for that, bro. Anyway, so let's get back to this conversation. So we talking about Steve Harvey. Now, for those of you guys who are too young to remember, man, Steve Harvey has been giving out advice on relationships. The nerve. Somebody type the nerve. The nerve of Steve Harvey. Steve Harvey has been giving advice on relationships. This same man, right, who's been married 3 times, who left his first wife because he was messing around with his second wife, and then left his second wife because he was messing around with his third wife. This man played himself, and he deserves every bit of what he's getting right now. I don't feel sorry for him, and you shouldn't feel sorry for him either. Somebody's typed simp in the chat room. Just type simp in the chat room. He's dying a simp's death in the chat room. I don't feel sorry for him. He earned this. You understand me? He earned this. And you shouldn't feel sorry for him either. What you should do is learn the lesson. That's what you should do. Learn the lesson. Am I happy it's happening to him? No. Did he have it coming? More likely than not. I heard this man give advice to women on messing dudes up, using game, messing with their minds. He was encouraging these feminists to be the asses that they've become. What do you expect was gonna happen? What goes around comes around. Those type of people who encourage that sort of behavior, they deserve what they get. Now, again, this man comes from a different generation where simping was considered chivalry. And here's a cold-blooded thing. He should have been learning this lesson. First wife, second wife, now third wife. Look, let me tell you something about life. If you don't learn a lesson, life has a way of teaching you over and over again. I know somebody who was strung out on crack in the 80s. They got themselves sobered up, and now here we are, and they strung out on meth in the 2000s. What does that tell you? That tells you they didn't learn the first time. And life is going to keep teaching you that same lesson until you learn. That's why there's that old saying, what I don't teach you at home, the world will teach you. Now, Steve Harvey has belittled so many men for expressing caution towards committing to these chameleon women. Somebody type not man enough. That's what he said about many men. You're just not man enough. You're not a real man. Well, if a real man goes out like Steve Harvey, I don't want to be like that. Nevertheless, it's your turn, Steve. Somebody type, it's your turn, Steve. Couldn't have happened to a more deserving person. Your broad is embarrassing you in front of the world, allegedly messing around with the bodyguard and the chef, two people that you pay. Ain't that something? That's like a dude sleeping with your gal with your condoms. That's like a dude going out with your girl in your clothes, in your car. How you feel? Couldn't have happened to a more deserving person, Steve. You've been selling men out for years, pandering to women, never holding them accountable. In your talk shows, you always shift the blame to men, never holding women accountable for their choices. And now it's come back to bite you in the ass. You shame men by asking women what they brought to the table. And now you being shamed publicly by your wife's behavior. All she bringing to the table is a $200 million divorce. You earned this, Steve. Fellas, never put a woman in control or in the controlling position in your life. Let me explain what I mean by that. Let me drop this music down because I want y'all to hear this clear. Are y'all with me? Women are always talking about control. Somebody type control freak in the chat room. Somebody type narcissist in the chat room. These broads coming up with this newfangled lingo. Anytime a woman calls you a control freak is because she wants to control you. That's what that's about. If she calls you a narcissist, that's because she's trying to get you to fall back on putting some structure and order in her life. Look, any woman who wants to run you and the house and the family and where you go and what you do, she already doesn't have respect for you. And she's going to be running over your boundaries all the time. And let me tell you a secret for you brothers who hadn't quite got there yet. I'm a successful man. By all objective purposes, if you look at all the data, I'm a successful man on whatever color I would be. I'm not hood rich. I'm just a successful man. I'm an attorney. I got multiple law degrees. I got 3 healthy children, homeowner, thriving business, which earns over 7 figures a year. Been at this for 17 years. I'm a successful man. I'm tall. I'm telling you. I'm just not tooting my own horn. I'm just using myself as an illustration. And what you're gonna find is, and shout out to everybody who's been watching my broadcast. Listen to me. What you're gonna find is, fellas, in my experience, women often become envious of the successful man. They're envious of you. They don't want what you have. They want to be you. And if they can't be you, they want to destroy you. I know, damn. Did you just say that out? Yeah. Whatever your best quality is, these women oftentimes want to destroy that about you. If you're a handsome man, if you're outgoing, what's the first thing your girlfriend wants you to do? Your new girlfriend. She want to keep you in the house. She want to keep you away from your family. Listen to me. I'm giving y'all the truth, man. I'm speaking from experience. These women want to control you. If you're a handsome, good-looking man, they want to keep you all to themselves. They want to make you ugly. Why are you going out dressed like that? Who you putting that cologne on for? They want to soil you. If you're a good man, a clean-cut man, they want to soil you up. He ain't all that. Y'all don't know how he really is. Ain't y'all heard that from your women before? Going out bad-mouthing you, low-key shade. Y'all don't know how he really is. And you a good man. You a good man and she alleged you cheating on her. They want to tear you down. I'm sorry. I know this just burst your bubble. Cheating on you, divorcing you, and taking half your fortune is overthrowing the king. That's how they conquer you, man. And I know this is hard to hear. And some of y'all are not going to be able to pick this up for years. But remember, I said it. You're not going to pick this up until you're 40 or 50 years old. But remember, I said it. They get with you after you've worked years to build yourself up, and they feel entitled. They feel as though they've elevated themselves and they're getting what they deserve. They already do this in their own mind. They say they deserve this because they're special. Your money. All she did was lay down and look cute. Cook you a few meals. Hell, some of them don't do that. Talk nice to you. So this is the type of people you're dealing with. Now, if you put them on a pedestal, listen, now if them already doing that, if you then turn around and put them on a pedestal, they naturally are going to think they're above you. And this is why this happens with people like Steve Harvey. Man, I used to date this young girl, man, when I was in my 20s, man. And she wasn't satisfied because I wouldn't put her first. I was in law school, man. I couldn't fly out to LA every month or whatever to see her. I couldn't do it. She would get mad. I can't talk to her on the phone all the time. She would get mad. I didn't put her up on a pedestal. I didn't give her the time that she said she wanted. She would always tell me, well, my ex-man, they was always over here doing this, that, and the other. My response to her, well, you know what? You can always go back to him if that's what you're looking for. Eventually, we broke up. At the time, I was in law school in Louisiana. She was living in Los Angeles. And she went back to him. And I moved on. And I was dating other women, even got married. She started to try to make overtures to come back in my life. But I graciously let her know, you know, there's nothing happening here. We can never be in a relationship again. But what you have to read into that is this. Why is that? These women don't respect those men that put them on a pedestal. They don't respect those men that worship them. They see you as weak. You always bragging about your woman in public, about how beautiful, stuff that it'd be different if she actually did something. My woman is out at the homeless shelter helping homeless people. That's something you can talk about. Don't be sitting around talking about how these undeserved titles, that just makes you look like a simp, man. You praising these women, you worshiping these women, you putting these women before God. Steve Harvey, the Family Feud guy, man who's worth $400 million, always proclaiming how loyal he is to his wife and how he is afraid of her. This man made this woman the center of his world. He actually thought uplifting this tramp would make a difference. He actually thought he done went dumpster diving and got him an ex-dope dealer's broad who probably should be charged herself. You thought uplifting her was gonna make her a better woman. You thought your love and praise was gonna make her a better woman. No, she felt like she deserved that anyway. All you did was signify to her that you're her servant. Shout out to my man, Your Excellence, sir. Thank you so much for your new membership, man. Brothers, when you're dealing with a woman like that, man, she willing to, this woman's willing to trade you in for the pool boy and the chef and the bodyguard. And let me tell you something else. A woman who cheats on you with the bodyguard can convince that bodyguard to kill you. Let's keep that in mind. That's the ultimate betrayal. Let's take a quick break. We'll be right back, man. Y'all do what you got to do. Join the channel. Subscribe to the channel. We're going to play these bongo drums. Be right back. Welcome back to the broadcast. Welcome back. Y'all hit the number one button, baby. Let me know you're up in here. Now, here's the thing. A big shout out to my man, Your Excellence, sir. He said, you better not complain. His job is to give her everything she wants, especially after he told my sons to lose their masculinity. Ain't that something? Now, I want to touch on something real quick before I move on, because I think this is important. I said something, and I quoted the Bible, and I want to share with you all something. This is my screen over here, and it's going to pop up in a minute. When I look at my Bible, when I look at my scripture, I see a lot of verses that tell wives to respect their husbands. This is Ephesians 5:3. Wives, respect your husband. Okay, this is one of the primary commands for wives. It doesn't say love your husband, because that Bible knew something. It says respect your husbands. Now let me give you something else. What Wives, submit to yourselves to your husbands as you do the Lord. So what happens when a woman cannot submit to you, or a woman cannot respect you? And this is why being a simp is dangerous. You understand what I'm saying? This is why because it causes for your wife not to be able to either submit to you or what? Or respect you. That's what I want you to understand. It's a very simple concept. Now, by contrast, it says right here, husbands, love your wives, just as Christ loved the church and gave himself up for her. You see how interesting that is? And nobody has probably ever taken the opportunity to explain to you, why is it that the Lord commands the husband to love his wife, but he only commands the wife to submit to the husband? Because your wife can't love you like that, brothers. She can love her children. You can love her so much that you're willing to die for her and protect her. Really, you do every day. You go to work and sacrificing your time and life for that woman. That's love. That's sacrificing your life, because your time that you have on this planet, that's your life. Men need respect from women. Love is not enough. When she doesn't submit, the marriage will not work. Yeah. So in a situation with Steve Harvey, you're looking at a man whose wife doesn't respect him, obviously. Because any woman who cheats on her husband, she don't respect him. Any woman who publicly shames her husband, she's not submissive to him. You got two bad people in a bad marriage. That's what it sounds like to me. And you might not like what I have to say about that, but whatever. At this point, and as I close, at this point, brothers, taking advice from Steve Harvey is akin to taking medical advice from a meth addict. I remember watching that movie, Think Like a Man. Somebody say, think like a man. At this point, if you take relationship advice from him, you're taking it at your own risk. Matter of fact, you need to free your mind of these celebrities. Free your mind of these wealthy men that you look up to. Yeah, maybe you could learn something from them from business. But just because they're good at one aspect of their life don't mean they're good at all of them. But when I look at Steve Harvey, I'm looking at someone who has lost their self-worth and themselves in the process. He's made a career out of giving bad advice, and he don't even pick up on the major red flags that his own woman is bringing. This is who you listening to? You listen to a man who got a single mother, took her kids, adopted and raised her kids, married her and purposely didn't get a prenuptial agreement after doing it 2 other times. Then he get cheated on, and you still listening to him from advice? Somebody type hell no in the chat room. Somebody type hell no in the chat room. Not hell no, hell no in the chat room. Steve Harvey has made millions of dollars teaching women how to manipulate men into marriage. Read nothing. But he's done nothing to teach women how to be good wives. And now karma's kicking him square in the backside. Been giving women bad advice and giving men even worse advice for decades. He deserved this. He's been the ultimate simp maker. Somebody type simp maker in the chat room. And I'm happy he's fallen. What did I tell you earlier? Life will keep teaching you the same lesson that you didn't learn the first time. And it gets worse. I'm going to send a chihuahua to bite you in your ass the first time. And if you didn't learn that time, I'm sending a pit bull. After that, I'm sending a cane corso. That's how life is. You're going to learn. I hope after this, he changes. But more importantly, and this is what's important to you all, the most important thing, he won't be able to do any damage anymore. Because my intelligent black men, my intelligent brothers, my smart brothers, you know enough not to listen to this man or any other fools like him. I love you. And I don't want to see some woman who doesn't respect you take you for all your wealth. I don't want to see any more of these women who you are being conned into believing love you when they know they can't. Take your life savings, your life earnings that you put in a house and car and your children and leave you. I don't want that to happen for you, brothers. Which is why I take the stance that I do. I see you as the same way as I see my own sons. I would never give you advice like that. Every woman is not good enough for you. Some of these women are trash. And they need to be left out on the curb for the trash man to pick up. The other thing is I'm not going to give you relationship advice. I'm not. That's not what I do. You like what you like. You like what you like. Some of y'all like big girls. Okay, cool. Some of you guys like women with children. Okay, cool. I'm not giving you relationship advice. The only thing I'm going to tell you is make sure that that woman respects you. Just listen to me. Make sure she respects you. Don't allow the society to beat you up and treat you and have you feeling that you're less than, that you're unworthy to ask a woman a simple question. What is it that you bring to my life? What is it that you bring to the table? It's really just what is it that you bring to my life that I don't already have? Tangible. Because if you don't bring nothing to my life, that means I got to accept the stuff that comes with you. Sharing my property, sharing my home, sharing my time, sharing my wealth, sharing my resources. And you bring nothing tangible. Make these women work, brothers. Let me go ahead and say this right here. Make them go to work. Don't let these women sit at home and do nothing. This is not 1950. Put that woman to work. Listen, put her to work. Let her get a job. All she gonna do is get bored and sick and bored being at home. Times have changed. The culture has changed. Your wife being a housewife at home does not mean she's gonna stay loyal to you or won't leave. You understand me? You out here trying to be chivalrous, listening to these simps, and all of these simps are catching hell. Shout out to Jamal Smith. Put her to work. Somebody type soft girl era in the chat room. Somebody type soft girl era in the chat room. Get your ass up and get a job. But I want you to continue being strong, independent. Ain't you strong and independent and don't need a man? Keep that same energy and bring that $80,000, $100,000 home, boo. There was a time when men wanted their women to stay home. and be under the shelter. No, you go to work. You go to work. It's easy to cheat at home as it is they got a job. All they got to do is swipe left and swipe right. Make them go to work. Make them earn it. That's an option. Because you see, sitting these women at home is not working well for these simps. Boyce Watkins, we ain't forgot about you. With your extra sensitive self. I could go on a tangent about this, man. I might talk about him soon. Apparently, old Boyce Watkins he got his thanunthans in a bunch because people are clowning him because his wife is on the internet with a buddy picture. She got her arm up like that. He way over there. Bro, why are you so sensitive? If it wasn't no big deal, you wouldn't be tripping. But I digress. We're going to get on back to Steve. Y'all hear what I'm saying? This man is worth $400 million, and he decided that his best bet was a dope dealer's ex-broad, dope dealer's ex-woman. That's you dumpster diving, man. I don't care what you say, man. You could have done better than that. Shout out to the passport bros. But y'all heard what the Bible said. You see what the Quran said. All these are Abrahamic religions. Can't make these women happy, brothers, and leading with the wallet is not going to get you there. In our discussion of an anatomy of a simp, you see what these dudes are made of. Don't be like that. Put God first, brothers. Put something bigger than yourselves and higher than yourselves first. Let that be the thing that you attain. God has given me a calling to protect black men. God has given me a calling to protect black boys and keep you brothers on a straight and narrow. I'm not going to be out here telling you to do crooked, grimy stuff. I want you to be hardworking, law-abiding citizens that love God, no matter what country you're in. I want you to be excellent fathers, not just good fathers, excellent fathers. I want you to be excellent husbands when you find a woman. I tell you, don't cheat. Somebody type, don't cheat in the chat room. Somebody type, don't cheat in the chat room. Don't cheat on your wife. Don't cheat on your girlfriend. Don't cheat on your fiance. That's what I tell you. I know my good friend Kevin Samuels used to tell y'all it's okay to cheat, but we didn't agree on everything. God bless him. I love my brother. Don't cheat. And the reason I don't want you to cheat is because I want you to maintain the moral high ground. You want your woman's respect? Don't cheat on her. Start with that. Because if you cheating on your broad, that means you weak one way or the other. What do you mean? What you mean, Uncle D? You're not getting what you want at home. So instead of putting that broad in her place and telling her, either you gonna get right or get on, you gonna go outside and get you a Band-Aid, get that side chick who make you feel a little better, who treats you with a little bit more respect, who makes you a priority. No, you letting your wife off too easy. Baby girl, if you don't make me a priority, I'm gone. I'm not gonna waste my time cheating on you. I'm not the type of man who's gonna hide what I do. I'm gonna leave your ass. That's what I'm gonna do. Those are your options. You guys give these women entirely too much respect. Your woman is not cooking, she's not cleaning. Some of you guys are in marriages, sexless marriages. You ain't smelt that since the honeymoon night. And you still around 2 or 3 years later. Shit. No. Like my old football coach used to say, no. You ran the wrong play. No. That ain't happening. Nah, baby, you got to either you going to do what a wife is supposed to do or you gone. Love ain't got nothing to do with this, boo. Love is an emotion. It comes and goes. You make your wives do what they supposed to do by letting them know I'm not going to be here for that. I don't care how much it costs. The reason divorce is so expensive is because it's worth it. It's worth it. You'll get the money back, but you're not going to get your time back, fellas. Will Smith is not going to get his time back, fellas. All this embarrassment. I can't go to the movies and see this man no more. I've lost so much respect for him because of the way his wife treats him in public. He'd have been better off cutting that woman loose. You can make the money back, fellas, but you can't get the time back. And once your woman lose respect for you, ain't no way you're going to get that respect back. It's hard to get respect back once it's lost. Keep that in mind. So no, don't cheat. That's the first step. You control your emotions. You control your urges. Instead, you let your wife know, baby, it's been 3 weeks since we've had sex. You got another 2. Unless she got some sort of medical condition. And if that's the case, we need to talk about it. Because what I'm not going to do is be in a sexless marriage. What I'm not going to do is be in a marriage with a woman who don't cook if you started off cooking. That's what's not going to happen. I'm going to leave you. It's over. And for you guys who say, oh, divorce should be much more than that. Shh. Divorce, marriage in America, in these Western countries, hell, 2 men could get married to each other. So we're not talking about biblical marriages anymore. We're talking about arranged marriages that the government arranges because you signed some paper. We're not following the rules of what the Bible said marriage is supposed to be. If it was a biblical marriage, a woman would be obligated to do what she's supposed to do in the Bible. But they ain't doing that no more. So don't come at me talking about what marriage should mean more than that. No, it doesn't. Not in these countries. Not in these Western countries. So y'all keep that in mind, man. Y'all keep that in mind, baby. But in the meantime, if you've learned something tonight, if you've learned something, then you should pay me for my time. Whether it's on the Cash App or the Super Chat. And the Super Chat is available over in the Blizzard King channel, where this is being broadcast to, right there at the bottom. If you've learned something, and I know you have. You've learned about the anatomy of a simp. You've learned how these rich men lead with their wallets, and because of that, these women, they can never love them because they was in it for the money. Can't do it. You've learned about what the Bible says. The Bible tells what? Men to do what? Love your wife. It tells women to do what? Respect your husband. So I know you've learned something. If that's the case, and you have learned something, and you are honest with yourself, go ahead and pay me for my time. Until then, y'all tell it to Jesus.
cover me under the blood. Under the blood, me say me under the blood. Jesus, you be cover me under the blood. In the morning when me wake up, and the blood of Jesus me take up. And when me feel like me, I go break up. Put the blood on me face just like a makeup. In the morning when me wake up, and the blood of Jesus me take up. And when me feel like me heart break up, put the blood on me face just like a makeup. Under the blood, under the blood, Jesus cover me. Jesus, you be cover me. Under the blood, me say me. Under the blood, me say me. Under the blood, Jesus cover me. Under the blood.
I'll be alright.
I'll be alright.
When I make
it happy. I'll be alright.
I'm gonna
put on my long white robe.
So gonna
When I make it to heaven.
Right, Sharon.
When I make it to heaven.
When
I make it to heaven.
Say that
I'll be alright.
I wanna go to
heaven.
I wanna
heaven.
I wanna go to
heaven.
I wanna
heaven.
where the streets of sin
Heaven.
are paved with gold.
Heaven.
I wanna go to
Heaven.
I wanna
heaven.
I wanna feast on milk,
Heaven.
milk and honey.
Heaven.
I wanna bring my truck
Heaven.
back to
heaven.
when I make it to
Heaven.
make it to heaven.
Heaven.
When I
Y'all better sing,
Heaven.
make it to
heaven.
I'm gonna
Put on my long white robe.
Say, cornbread.
My long white robe.
When I make it to heaven,
Put on my long white robe.
I'm gonna
Put on my long white robe.
and then
Lord, walk down low.
Yes, sir.
Walk down low. Walk down low. Walk down low. Oh, walk down low. Walk down low.
Y'all better come on.
See,
yeah,
a King G.
you got to let
Lord
me
G.
King
A King G.
just let me
See,
Oh, yeah. Come on here.
King G.
just let me
Come on, Alpha.
I made it. Made it.
somehow
What she feel like it?
Made it.
Come on, Alpha. You better sing. Oh,
I made it. I made it.
over the rock.
I made it.
I'll be alright.
I'll be alright.
She that's on the main line, tell her what you want. Oh, she that's on the main line, tell her what you want. She that's on the main line, tell her what you want. Call him up and tell her what you want. Oh, call him up, tell her what you want. Call him up, tell her what you want. Call him up, tell her what you want. Call him up and tell her what you want. Oh, she just said if you go, I'll go with you. Open up your mouth and I'll speak for you. Lord, if I go, tell me what to say. They won't believe in me. Oh, they won't believe in the Father. They won't believe in the Son. Oh, they won't believe in the Holy Ghost. They won't believe in me.
All right, welcome back to the broadcast. Big shout out to everybody who came through on the Cash App. Quiet Storm, shout out to you. Shout out to Michael F. Shout out to Mr. York. Shea 2882, Mr. Irvin, Mr. Steps, Mr. Deacon Salty Ball. Shout out to you, brother. Mr. Booker, Mr. Jerome, Mark the Freelancer, Bill Gibbs, Sleepy Montana. Big shout out to all y'all, Randy Irvin, Michael Roberts, and Brandon Jackson. Thank you so much. And also, I want to give a super big shout out to everybody who contributed on the super chat over on the Blizzard King channel. My man Big Knox said, Blizzard King, Blackmail Media. Yeah, man, you see, time is showing you, right? A lot of people are male media, but they showing you where they really stand, brother. You know, so shout out to black male media. It seems like we're a dying breed on these YouTube streets. It's become unpopular to be black male media. Big shout out to my man Jamal Smith. He said in the Bible, the Lord Jesus Christ says that not everyone will be saved. Ain't that the truth? Winter is here, and much like the Lord, I recognize I can't and won't save these 304s or simps. You can't. Stay true to the Most High, and everything else will be as God's will. Amen to that, brother. That's some wise wisdom. And of course, the Blizzard King, which would be me, he said, if you learn something, pay Uncle D for his time. You guys been a little short, but that's all right. I understand it ain't the first yet. Y'all between paychecks. So I'm going to cut you a break. Praise God. Shout out Jamal Smith. Thank you so much for the $10 super sticker. Randy Urban, new member. Shout out to you, brother. Gavin Richards said, men need respect from women. Love is not enough. When she doesn't submit, the marriage will not work. Ain't that the truth? Your Excellence, he better not complain. His job is to give her everything she wants, especially after he told my sons to lose their masculinity. And big shout out to Your Excellence for a new memory. MC Recovery, last 2 relationships, you got to have things your way. Up, Jackson Doss, South Carolina. Shout out to South Kakalaka, baby. The Quiet Storm, support black male media and join the channel, man. Shout out to everybody who contributed to these super chats and cash apps and so on and so forth. And so big shout out to my man Andre. Love crossing borders. Always good to have you in here, my man. Quiet Storm. Also, thank you so much, man. Y'all go check out Andre's channel over there. Thank you so much. But let's go ahead and do this, man. We're gonna open up the chat room. If you guys want to come in and chop it up with me, you're welcome to come in and chop it up with me. I'd love to hear what you guys have to say. Again, I don't give relationship advice. It's just not something I do. I want you to find somebody that makes you happy and you be happy. You might be a disgusting person and you need a disgusting woman. You know what I'm saying? So I'm not here to tell you who to be with, man. I just want you to find happiness. But more importantly, I want you to figure out what it is the Most High wants you to do and do that. Nevertheless, I got a little something for y'all. I think this is going to be interesting. This is for all the people who've been watching my channel, but who haven't subscribed.
Dennis Sperling. This person has been negatively targeting, I would say targeting black women negatively on social media. And it seems as though ever since Kevin Samuels died, he's been trying to, I don't know if he wants to be the next Kevin Samuels, if he wants to be the next person who's famous for disparaging black women and for making someone try to feel a certain way, particularly black women.
First they had Weight Watchers. Now you got Hate Watchers. Let's get it. This is for my lovely young ladies like I hate. Blizzard King, Dennis Sperling. First, let's get the record straight. I say it online, I can say it to your face. Not a bully, I'm just mean. Know what I mean? No debate. It's time to put some motherfucking knowledge on your plate. Excuse me if I'm vulgar, but a king ain't sweet like cake. Holding court, living court. Ladies, you just need a taste of what we've been through. Judge will set you up for grape. And I ain't talking no more, I will not put on a cape. I do not confuse shit, we all gotta face reality. You woofing on your men like you an ape. My job is protecting black men up in the space, and also putting rude bitches back up in their place. Cross-examination, I look good to the race. Man, be a man, nigga, say it with your chest. The soft-spoken men, these lovely ladies don't respect. I can care less, I do not do this for checks. I do this for my sons and the black men I invest. It's time to get what I was, ladies, gotta pay your debt. You're working with the same men who put it round our necks. You're not my sister, not my kind, you a threat. When the weather change, I hope you bitches feel dead. Let this be reminders to the ones who disrespect. We are God's chosen men. When you say Jesus, you mean us.
The only Jesus I know is him, and the one thing he don't need is a partner.
Shut the fuss, we discuss with your fuckery. Past 100 years, you ain't loving me. Who was on the front line fighting? Yeah, fuck is me. Building all them black towns? Yeah, fuck is me. Kicking riots off Michael Brown? Yeah, fuck is me. Now you wanna put us underground, not to fuck with me. Change your plans, baby, you can be replaced. Let freedom reign. No sunny white days, Martin Luther King. Single mama program chip for the simp queen. Mother goddess only gon' destroy us. It's the Blizzard King. Blizzard King. It's the Blizzard King. Yeah. Hate watch on the Blizzard King. It's the Blizzard King. It's the Blizzard King. It's the Blizzard King. It's the Blizzard King. Hate watch on the Blizzard King. It's the Blizzard King. It's the Blizzard King. It's the Blizzard King. Yeah. Hate watch on the Blizzard King.
Say that's the bad guy. So say good night to the bad guy.
Shout out to Bass Life Music. All right, fellas. So look, we had a good time tonight. I'm gonna bring my old school fella up in here. He's been in here for a minute, man. I remember back when he was JJ Diesel Cowboy Monk, and now he's back to JJ Diesel Cowboy Monk. He was JJ Diesel Cowboy Traveler for a minute, but you didn't fool me, brother. So, well, you know, I knew you was coming up in. I talked about the Bible. I knew you was coming in. So, man, look, here's the thing, man. The Bible is really specific on respect, and it specifically commands the woman to respect their husbands. And it says that for a reason, because if your woman doesn't respect you, then nothing else works, fella. It doesn't require your woman to love you. And I know for you soft, sensitive types who are still connected to your mommies via umbilical cords, you're still looking for your mommy's love, and you're looking for that love from your woman, which is why we have so many simps, because they're looking for approval from their mother. All you want is for your woman to respect you. Brother, what are your thoughts on this man, Steve Harvey, having after decades given advice to this, all this bad advice to these men, now for it to come back and bite him in the ass like that? What are your thoughts? Go ahead, the floor is open.
Idolatry, for one thing. He worships women over God.
Yeah.
Judgment is his karma, and we're seeing it now. That's the question. Is there anything more you expected me to say on that?
Give them some more on idolatry. They don't see. Here's the thing. The brother just said something real powerful. He's saying the same thing I said earlier. These men put these women up on pedestals. When you put something up on a pedestal, what we're saying allegorically is that you're worshiping women. Ooh, girl, you so fine. I'll drink your bath water. Girl, you so fine. I'll kill a whole room full of people up for you. That's something you would do for the Most High. That's something you would do for God. That sort of sacrifice. And you putting these women who are dirty rags, just like the rest of us. God's creation come from dirt. You putting them up higher than the Most High. Of course, that's gonna have a bad ending. That's what idolatry is. Go ahead. These women, talk to these woman worshipers, bro. Go ahead.
You simps out here, you need to read your Bible. You claim to be a child of God. You need to be simp. I'm disgusted with you defending bad behavior. You going against the will of the Most High. You opening the gates up, portals up for demons to come in your life, to wreck your lives, like Steve Harvey and Umar Johnson and Boyce Watkins. I was about to say the M word, but
yeah,
I'm trying to be respectful.
These are all JJ. These are all men that have convinced Black American men that they're the epitome of masculinity. They've convinced, this is what makes them so dangerous. They've convinced the world, because of their education and their prominence and the positions that they hold and the money that they allegedly have, that we as Black men, us common folks, us proletariats, they've convinced all of Black America and the women that we are the men, they are the men we should listen to. And now what you have is a rebellion. You got to rebel. We're like, no, we're not listening to that blue pill simp no more. We're not doing it. And that's the problem. They can't convince it. It's a different generation. What are your thoughts on the generational difference that we have between those men like that from Steve Harvey's age, 55, 60 and up, and these young brothers? What are your thoughts? Go ahead.
Well, they were still blind back then, and things was different for the better in some ways back then, but on the other hand, they're different for the better as time changes. People wake up for the better, but the people that don't want to adapt to the changes they left behind, they call them hippies. Well, a hippie is a person that's stuck and they can't adapt, in my book. Now, in my career, I learned how to adapt, because even in the United States, you got extreme climates. You might go to say Louisiana, and it's fine, just hot. But you might go up to Colorado, you got to have a coat on. It's snowing outside. I've been there.
Mm-hmm. Well, yeah, I would agree. I guess
and the people also,
these young brothers have adapted. Things are different now, and I'm proud of them. I'm happy you brothers are not. Because look, the last thing we need is another generation of men who've had their wealth stolen, their children stolen from these women. You know, these women who, you know, and look, there's some great ladies out there, some great women out there, but a lot of them are married already.
I want to attack
the vast majority of them are married already. And so it's slim pickings out there, fellas. And you shouldn't uplift all these women. You should not sacrifice for all of these women. They're not worthy of the time and sacrifices that you make as men. Figure out what it is that the Most High wants you to do, and you go ahead and do that. And the Lord, if you're obedient, the Lord will send you a woman. Look, all you need is one. I tell you brothers all the time, don't cheat. And I tell you that for a reason, because I want you to maintain the moral high ground, because the Lord, no matter how much money you make, the Father said, you are the head of the household. You are the moral head of the household. You stand in the place of God as that house. So if you're corrupt, you're immoral, you out there gambling and cheating and all that other stuff, you can't control your house like that. You won't have respect. You see, you weak. You see, but I'm telling you that from a perspective of spiritual and religious reading. You can read that in your Bible. That's all I'm doing. Most of the wisdom that I give you fellas, and most of what I speak about, and the reason why I'm so hated on these internet streets is because I speak against degeneracy. Listen to all my broadcasts. I speak against degeneracy. Now, how is it that some group of, you got a lot of these lovely ladies who equate me speaking against degeneracy with hate for black women, because they've equated what? Degenerate behavior with black women. That ain't my people. I want y'all to hear me on that. That's why I'm so hated on this internet, because I will quote the Bible, because I will speak to you like a father or uncle who loves you, speaks to you, who wants to help you prolong your life. That's why I have such a strong following. Listen to me. It's a lot of people with numbers, but see, it's not a lot of people who have the type of people that follow me, because all I'm doing is telling you what your ancestors wanted you to hear. That's it. All I'm doing is giving you, I want you to live. I want you to do well. I want you to ball. I want you to be happy. I want you to find peace of mind and happiness. Because when my sons grow up, I want them to be around other men who are like you, who are happy and at peace with themselves. And I don't want you to be simps, because simps ain't happy. Y'all think Boyce Watkins is happy? No. You think do you think Steve Harvey is happy? Well, what about that other one? You think Dr. Umar Johnson is happy? No, that's the life of a simp. JJ, I'm gonna give you that.
They all practicing damage control, and they inadvertently reward bad behavior doing damage control with their own personal experience, seem like me. But you know, they put these women on pedestals, and I'll give you a scripture. Proverbs 31:3. It says not to do that, basically.
Yeah.
And
brother, I appreciate that, man. Big shout out to Jamal Smith. He said these simps are caught up in the creation and they fought the creator. Ain't that the truth? Look, we've said a lot on this page. Big shout out to JJ. Thank you for coming through tonight, man. Always good to have my old school fellas come through. Look, guys, don't be like these. Look, don't look up to these people just because they got money. Don't look up to them just because they got fame. You don't know what they've had to do, how they've had to pervert themselves to get that money, what they've had to say. You don't know what they've done. You know, they're just filthy rags, just like the rest of us. You understand what I'm saying? Look up to God. Look up to the Most High. Don't envy these people, because you see what their internal household is like. Figure out what it is that the Most High wants you to do and do that. And for you ladies who are listening to me, respect your husbands, respect your boyfriends, respect your fiance. And if you're in the presence of a man you can't respect, be woman enough to walk away from that relationship. Let that man know, I can't respect you. I don't want to have your child. I know you got money, but I can't do it. I can't do it. Let me let you go ahead and be with the woman that you should be with. We hope these women would do that. Unfortunately, they will not. because unfortunately, many of them are selfish. They feel like they're entitled. But that's why you have to be strong, fellas. You have to be strong. You have to be wise. You have to be men of God. And I know I keep throwing that God word up in there, but I'm going to keep throwing it up in there. That's what we do on this channel. Either way, I love you, brothers. I love you. I want to see you do well. I want to see you ball. I want to see you happy. Everything I tell you is the same advice I would give my own son, period. And so that's my tip. That's my litmus test. Other than that, man, big shout out to JJ Diesel, Cowboy Monk 79 for coming through. And other than that, it's Uncle D. I'm out.